So it's not like it's always beautiful. You got to understand that what you see on social media, it's not true. It's only a fragment of someone's life. There are struggles, there are obstacles, there are difficulties. Some people more than others share openly about their life, right? Welcome to a new episode of the Eva Eckert podcast. I am Eva Eckert. I am your host. I am a Polish immigrant with a strong accent, as you can hear, kick-ass husband, and two beautiful kids. I inspire women around the world to take bold action towards their dreams, passions, and desires so their life becomes more meaningful and fulfilled. I believe that the best superhero of your unique purpose is inside all of you, all of us, and we should share it with the world to make the world a better place. I hope that this episode will help you finally discover the power of self-belief, self-motivation, so you can stop making the excuses and create the life you truly desire and deserve to have by being the upgraded version of you. Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome. Super excited for another episode and super excited for you guys to be here with me and listening, maybe taking notes, maybe sharing these episodes with other friends or loved ones, or just getting something out of the episode, because the whole idea is to create content. And look, myself, I listen to a lot of different podcasts. I listen to motivational podcasts. I listen to podcasts specific on certain topics. And I want to get information, right? We all want to get some information. We are all here for some content, right? So I want to give you the best content possible. And today's topic is talent is not enough. So if you are a person that carries some kind of a talent, I believe that all of us do. That's the thing. I don't think that we've been given this one-of-a-kind opportunity of life to be here and not create something. I truly believe that each of us has amazing power. And the more and more I think of it, I get even the goosebumps. I think that we all do. But the life is so busy. The life gets so many distractions. The life is sometimes so overpowering itself that we just do not take enough time to say, you know what? I need a moment for myself. I need a break. I need to figure things out. I need to go away. I need to take a break. I need to go for a walk. I need to slow down and be with myself so I can figure this thing out. Because I have so much inside of me that I want to give, but I don't know how. And of course, it comes from a very, very basic first thing that it's really coming up and it's really important to know and to believe. The belief is number one, meaning talent is not enough if you don't have that. If you don't have belief, if you do not have a strong belief that you actually can do something, it's not going to work. And listen, we just finished the Wu-Tang Clan series. If you have not watched this freaking show, you got to do it. And we as a freak family, we grind. We have kill day. We talk about it. We have skill day. We have chill days. When we kill, when we work, when we are in our offices. Ivanka is here with me. Steve is probably recording his podcast right now with Tyson. We record. This is it. And then I cook dinner. I listen to my podcast. Maybe I listen to some music. And then we go and sit down and relax and watch a movie or a show. And then, of course, we give ourselves enough time that we don't just finish watching and jump right into trying to go to bed. Because as you know, the stimulating rays will not allow you to have a restful sleep. So we usually have that window of an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, that we just allow ourselves to watch something. And this is one of the things that you should watch. If you want to see a powerful story from people, literally people that did not have anything, that grew up in a very bad neighborhood, that they really, if they didn't have belief, if Riza didn't have the belief, the main character, the guy that really was behind Wu-Tang Clan, if he did not have the belief that it's strongly shown in this show that he can, and he's gonna create like literally the best album in the world, they would have never made it. So it's a show that shows you that we all can become someone, that we all have the opportunity to live the life that we want, to live the freedom life, to live and create what we want. But the belief has to come from you. That's number one. Number two is the belief has to come from someone else. And this was also shown in the show. Guys, I'm strongly recommending you Wu-Tang Clan. You gotta just see it. It's freaking phenomenal. I was living this show. I felt like I'm a part of the show. That's what it was, because I emotionally connected to the characters and seeing their struggles and seeing, you know, how different they were. There was a group of the members, and you just see their different personalities and how the main character is struggling to pull them all together because they just are not working on themselves, not working on becoming the best version of themselves. They just work on the music, but they didn't want to change as an individual. It was so hard. So he has the belief. He is the one that has the belief of them. He actually puts these puzzles that create the Wu-Tang picture for them. So if it wasn't him, they would have never made it. And here comes a powerful story as well. I believe that my superhero powers are that I find these talents in people and I feel them and I inspire them and I connect them with other people. I take their talent, I kind of push them and make them uncomfortable, and they work on their talent and they become successful. That's my thing. That's what I do with Freak Female Alliance, my group coaching. This is what I do with women that are joining my group coaching program. This is what I do with one-on-one coaching as well. Or I help entrepreneurs to go to the next level with their business, or create better relationships, or lose the weight, whatever it is. We always have the 5M, right? We have the mission, mindset, muscles, motherhood, marriage. And so all these blocks are always in place. But what I want to share with you today is something specific. And I'm not going to be saying this person's name. We don't need to. But if she's going to hear this story, she's going to be like, she's talking about me. But this also can be a story about you with somebody else. Because when we used to train, when we used to own the training centers, there was a person that was a client. And actually, a lot of people were clients. And a lot of them became coaches. But this specific person, I can tell truly that she, because of the belief that I gave her, she started and she pulled her talent out of literally a tiny little seed that was in her, but she never knew that she has that seed. And she blossomed and she created her own even company. And today she is doing as well coaching. She's coaches clients one-on-one. She's doing online coaches. So that's what I wanted to share with you, that because I have such a strong belief, and I remember like today, we were just about to, have a session, and we kind of figured out that we just got to do it today. We can't wait more weeks. We just got to hop right on, and she needs to train this session. And I kind of push her into uncomfortable. And I remember she performed the session in front of a huge crowd, and that was her first thing. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. But she did it. She put the action towards it. So if you are a person that has a talent and you have somebody that believes in you, this person most likely wants to create something uncomfortable, maybe pushes you into do things that are completely out of your comfort zones. These things that don't feel good, but once you do them, they feel amazing because you out of nowhere discover something that you never knew existed. And out of nowhere, you feel, wow, like that light is in front of you, or the light coming out of you, because that's what it is. As a coach, you need to have that special light, and not everybody has it, but a lot of people do, but they waste their talent. So the whole idea of this episode is to kind of, squeeze you a little bit, make you think, like always, I do always, and I hope I do, and realize that if you sit on something spectacular that you have, but you don't act on it, you don't have someone that believes in you, or you don't have a strong belief system in yourself that you can do it, it's going to be very difficult to make it. So it's almost like what I mean by the belief that you have to have, because even if somebody else has the belief, it's not enough if you don't have it. So the primary foundation is your belief, meaning no matter how difficult and how hard the things will happen in your life, you continue to go. And I could give you endless examples. It's almost like I see my life is always a wave. We climb up the mountain, we stay at the mountain, we reach some amazing levels of ourselves, amazing level of wealth, and then things happen. We go down and we have to climb up again. So it's never steady. It's always like this. So it's not like it's always beautiful. You got to understand that what you see on social media, it's not true. It's only a fragment of someone's life. There are struggles, there are obstacles, there are difficulties. Some people more than others share openly about their life, right? And I am here to share with you that there are struggles. There are struggles sometimes in our family, and that's a normal part of life. But no matter what, if you have the belief that you can make it, you're gonna make it, you're gonna do it, it's that insight that you have, you will. And that's what I want you to search every single day, to pause and slow down so you can go faster and think about it. Think about your self-talk, because just the other day, things can really trigger you. A little things. Maybe not enough money in the bank and a lot of bills can trigger you. I'm not there yet, how I can make it, whatever there is. Situations, people, things can trigger you. And if you don't pay attention to your self-talk, you might end up talking to yourself in such a negative way that if you don't catch yourself, you're kind of bringing more into your life, because not only you have it, you're carrying this in you here, but you're sharing this energy. You're sharing this energy to your loved ones. You're sharing this energy to your kids. You're sharing this energy to your friends. You're showing up like this, and it ruins your life. So you need to pause today and say, you know what? Even though I'm not there yet, even though things are not happening the way I wanted to, of course I have to drink, I will get there because I have this strong belief. Number 2 is passion, guys. I'm thinking all my life, everything, I would say most recent years, not most recent, since I really find fitness as my passion. That was passion. I had a passion for it. I loved it. Since my friend brought me to this club Tęcza in Poland that was run by Russian instructors, it was that thing that was inside of me, that burning desire, that passion to do fitness. And I would always I felt like I was just elevating, like I was just levitating. That's how I felt when I was doing fitness. So what is that passion, that dream, that desire that sits inside of you? But what does this passion do? It's energizing your talent. Passion is energizing your talent, guys. That's what it is. On days that I didn't maybe have a good day, I would go to this club, I would feel better. And today, when I actually coach, when I actually give, when I record this podcast, when I show up on my coaching calls, either it's one-on-one or group, I feel better because I am allowing my passion, allowing my interest to show up and elevate. And because that's the superhero, that's the unique qualities that I have, we always find these good and amazing insights and breakthroughs. So what is how do you feel when you actually not feeling energized? When you go and do your passion, when you go and spend some time on your passion, do you feel better? Probably yes. Maybe you are a coach. Maybe you are like a fitness coach. And, the only way for you to feel better, you need to do some exercises. You need to go to the gym, right? Maybe you coach group sessions like I do. And in order for you to feel better, you need to do. Maybe you teach dance. And in order for you to make yourself feel better, energize that talent that you have, you need to do this daily. And that's what I wanted to tell you guys. This is almost like you need to have a part of your routine. You need to have it. Number 3, initiative. Initiative activates your talent. So it's activating, right? So what is initiative? It's like just action, going, doing. Me starting the group coaching, it initiates my talent because I'm thinking about it. Me starting the Freak Female Alliance event, there was initial thought that I did. I start doing it and I went for it. The same with our gyms. We literally open up physical bootcamp and boxing locations. We initiate the talent that we had. We had to activate it more on bigger level because sometimes we think too small. So opening up the gyms was huge risk because it's involving paying a few $1,000s extra for location. But that's what it is. It activates the talent that you have because then you're going to be working more towards it. You have to become creative. You have to figure things out. And you cannot give up on your talent because then you signed a lease and you need to commit. That's what it is, guys. That's what it means to be uncomfortable, to get out of your comfort zone and doing this crazy stuff because you committed. You can't quit. It's almost like me, do I have days sometimes not feeling like I think we all do? Or sometimes it might be literally because it's overwhelming or it's too much. That's why you feel like this. I might feel like this. And that's why I have to step back or take a break or say, you know what? Tomorrow I'm just going to read and I'm going to go work out and I'm going to relax and I'm going to get back the next day so I can reactivate myself. Number 4. Focus. Focus directs your talent. So what it is, it's you need to have a flow in what you do. And just today, this is a perfect example, guys. I'm working on an infinite freak fitness formula. We already have released amazing special price. So if you're watching right now, the link will be below for the Infinite Freak Fitness Formula. It's a promo price. This will never happen again. If you want to be a part of our circle, join the community and have this amazing workout that takes the gas out of your workout. Literally, you have the videos, you have prepared workout, you take it to the gym, working out at home, working out with dumbbells, whatever equipment you have, or maybe body weight. No longer you need to think about it. And there are intense sessions. That's what it is. So make sure you're clicking below. So today when I was working on the Infinite Freak Fitness Formula, I'm still copying and moving stuff around because the boys finished theirs and I didn't finish mine. I'm still plugging along. It's been a few months and it's so much work that it's just beyond my comprehension. Literally, it's so much work. So I was doing this and I was like, first, when I was doing this stuff, I was listening to music and I was, hearing the beat, copying, pasting, because that's what it is. But I've realized that I am more in the music than I'm in the spreadsheet. And I'm like, okay, I can't multitask. I already know this. My brain works a little bit different than maybe anyone else's brain. This is what I discovered. I can't do this with a music. It distracts me. My flow is quiet. My flow is being in the zone, literally, because I have to memorize. This is the thing. That my brain has to not only know which link I'm getting, my brain has to memorize a link from another spreadsheet, the name of it, so I can find it on a list. And if you hear the beats, your brain cannot work in those multiple levels, at least mine not. And I thought to myself, you know what? I need to be in the flow. I need to almost be like the person inside the spreadsheet so I can feel it. So I catch the mistakes. The moment I did this, I start catching mistakes. I start improving. And I'm like, how on earth I never seen this before? And it was like that, it was like that crazy opening thought. I'm like, I can't do it with music. I need to be so dialed in because there is so many different things going on that I just can't do it. I become distracted and I just I'm on the surface instead of being deep inside. That was my breakthrough for today. I need that flow. I need that focus. And you know what? I was looking at my boys and they were all doing this with music. And it's okay. You got to understand what your focus is might not be someone else's. Each person is individual. Each person works different way. You need to find what works for you, but you need to dial in. And that's my thing was today, that I need to dial in. And when I am in, the works go a little bit better because there is no distractions whatsoever. This is it. So 5 is preparation. Think about it. How many times, you were counting on the fact that you have a talent and you're just gonna show up and do it. No, never. It will never work. Anytime I speak, I practice my speech. Anytime I would show up for my workout sessions, they were all precisely prepared. Everything was written on a paper in the very beginning, years ago. Then we transferred everything to Google Drive documents. And until this day, I can pull out probably 500 to 600 personal training clients, each individually, and check day by day what they were training on, what kind of workout we had. That's how prepared I was. And there is nothing wrong with this. That's what it was me. But you know what? I've watched coaches, I've watched trainers. I sometimes just even watch them now and I'm thinking, are they just wing these sessions? How do they remember it all? Unless they have a great memory to memorize it all and have all these clients and, spreadsheets in their head. But how you not going to take notes unless they take notes after? I had to take notes. I wanted to know how my clients is improving. I wanted to know, not just giving them some vague numbers. I wanted to be precise. I wanted to see where they're starting and where they're going, how we did. If they would ask me, what did we do a month ago? I was able to pull out the date and say, this is exactly what we did. That's how preparation was for us. Literally group sessions were precisely prepared. Even now, when I coach my group coaching sessions, not only have 52 topics that I'm coaching on, have dates, have explanation. Every episode is downloaded to my membership site, so previous people can watch them, can see them. There is a description, so they know what the episode is all about. That's preparation. That's how you're not only continuing with the business, but you also build the business, because otherwise you just wing it. So being prepared over the top, that's the idea. Going to the gym, we bring our own stretch bands, our Ride, our foam rollers. We bring everything. I bring a cap when I go to the sauna. I mean, we are being prepared. We bring our my zones. We bring our, we are prepared for the session because God forbid something happens, we are prepared. We bring our bands. The same when we go on vacation. And I actually created the course. If anyone wants the Stay Fit on Vacation course, just email me, eva.peakphysique@gmail.com. The email is always below, and I will give you the course. There is a course that tells you exactly how you need to work out, what you need to pay attention to, how to avoid certain things. Plus, you get free workouts. How awesome is that? And you get precise list of equipment that you can buy in a store, what you need to bring with you. That's preparation. So going above and beyond with everything. 6 is practice. Practice actually sharpens your talent because you repeat. You repeat. Like think about if you're training, if you're working out, right? You're going to the gym. You're constantly working on that muscle. It's a practice. It's a repetition. You start developing the muscle. You're becoming better. The same here. because talent is not enough. Like, think about tennis players. How many hours they have to spend on practicing and training and playing and replaying the serve or whatever there is they're working on. It's so much practice. And when I think about me starting as a coach, like me going back when I was barely 18 years old, I was so petrified of passing that test that I never did. I never went. And I'm thinking, if I only went to pass the test, if I only have the belief in me that I'm good enough to do this, I probably would have been much farther in life. But the question is where I would be. Would I be here? Would I be there? Maybe the fact that I wasn't strong enough, maybe the fact that I didn't believe enough in myself gave me the courage to do something here on a foreign land, because I had to step out of completely out of my comfort zone to speak in another language, to pass the exams in another language. Like, think about it, guys. English is a second language for me. I will be making mistakes, and I'm already fine with this. I'm already good with this. But I continuously improving because I read books. I add to my vocabulary, right? It's not the same as it was. But think about your talent. Think about, like, how can you really practice that talent? And how can you believe in yourself? But I'm telling you guys, like today, I remember exactly this day. Like we have those pictures in our head of certain things that happen in our life. I just remember, like today, we were in this club tantra when everything started for me. When I first did the course to become a fitness coach, it was in Poland, and there was probably 30 of us, and these girls were doing the test. That was a practical test. You would have to create a warm-up. You would have to create a body of the workout. You will have to create the finish, the end. And everything was with music back then. So the beats, everything makes sense. If you ever done anything like this, you know what I'm talking about. You can't just wing it, because you work with beats per minute, and everything is an introductory movement to something that will blossom to a next level, to a next movement. So everything is very flawless. And I remember standing there with other people and thinking, I can't do this. I am not good enough. I can't do this. I was so scared, guys. And I never did. I never did it. I did the course, but I never took the test there. That's what it was. That's how poor belief of myself I had. And I don't think that I was talking to my family about it. I never had really friend that I would share with anyone. So I think when you are that young, maybe it's hard for you to share. So if you are a young person, like I was 18 years old, and you're not sharing with someone, you need someone. You need a group of peers, of community. That's why I have Freak Female Alliance that will actually stimulate the belief, stimulate the power within. The fact that there is somebody else believing in you is so, so important. And guys, like really, when we going back years ago, when we started first in New York, when we first opened up our gyms, my God, the training sessions were not as great, but we had already people coming. And more I was practicing, more I was becoming a great coach, more I was becoming a great trainer. I was working on myself, on my skills, day by day, after day. And years later, I was able to pick a talent from a person and to train them to become a coach. So look, what a spinball, right? It's almost like you need to go for these reps. That's when you know when you're becoming a great coach. That's when you know that you're becoming a great person, because you need to make these mistakes. You need to go through the process in order for you to step to the next level and being able to see what was there, right? So today you got to ask yourself, like, how can I practice my talent? How can I go out there and do more of it? Because a lot of times people grab these jobs and they don't practice their talent. And that's the scariest thing. And I see this all the time. And we've had an episode on this, that people just grab the jobs and they are so unsatisfied, yet they do them. 7, we are like literally halfway through. Perseverance sustains your talent, meaning not giving up even if it's hard, continuously going forward. Look, with the gyms, we were so many months behind the rent. And no matter what, we had the belief that we can. And that's what kept us going. So even despite the fact that maybe you're not feeling the best yourself right now, even you think like everything is so hard, you're going uphill, you're not giving up on the main goal. You're not giving it up on your life's mission. And understanding that these waves, these flows will come. And it's almost like a part of life. And I think we just need to kind of understand that that's what the life is. 8, courage. What do you think courage is? Courage actually will test your talent. How awesome is that? Courage is such a great word. It's one of my favorites, I think, to have courage. To step up, to show up, to not be afraid, to try, to ask sometimes. Sometimes it's a simple thing. We just don't ask and we can't get to the next level. If we didn't open up our gyms, if we didn't take the risk to open up our gyms, we would never become a voted America's Top Trainer. That thought just really is like scary when I think about it. Like not having these communities that we build, not helping that many people. So have a courage to use your talent so you can test your talent each time you're showing up for others. How awesome is this? But you need to, because you think, oh, somebody else wrote a book already. Oh, somebody else opened up the gym. Oh, somebody else already is an interior decorator and I can't do this. Well, they're not you. They don't have your courage. They don't have your ideas. They don't have your connections. They don't have your belief system. It's different. So you need to step up today. Step up. Show up. And get tested today. Today is the day. Just do one thing that is extraordinary today so we can test your talent. And, courage, like us. Opening up the gyms was one thing, but just actually going on stage speaking, that was another thing. Like, think about it. A coach that just coaches out of nowhere being asked to go on a stage and speak in front of 2,000 people, that's a lot. That's a big jump, right? To perform in front of other people. Is it hard? Absolutely, guys, but you go and do it anyway. Like the same, like I start out of nowhere being asked to do these speaking commitments. And am I there yet? No, I'm not completely there yet. Each time I go and do it, I practice. It's a courage for me. I show up. I show up prepared. I show up with passion. I show up with interest. I show up with my best self. I show up with who I am. And I think it helps me. That's what it is. It's very basic, but that's what you need to do. 9, teachability expands your talent. Meaning, you do not know everything. You need to understand that there is another level that somebody else will teach you something, that you need to have an open mind. And a lot of times with talent, I hear this sometimes that, oh, I know this. Oh, I know this. Like, I don't need this. I already done this. No, you haven't. This might be a similar coaching group that you've done with someone else, but this coach will teach something different completely. So you always learn something from someone. So you got to have the most open-minded brain that each time you connect with someone, you're going to learn something new. Number 10, character protects your talent. Like, who are you made of? What are you made of? What are your core values? What do you stand for? Because, guys, if you do not do this work, somebody else can come and stir up your things. And it happened to me so many times because I didn't work, I think, good enough on my character. I was suffering back then because I didn't feel strong enough. And when you don't build that character, when you don't have that good foundation of who you are, what you want, what do you stand for, it's going to be very hard for you to work on your talent. Because let's give an example, our gyms. Like, we had to know what we represent. What are our values as far as treating clients, showing up for group sessions, not allowing being late, things like that. Like that was coming from our character. The same now with my group sessions, right? How do I show up? Who I am and what do I expect and what are the foundations of our groups? It's very important because I bring myself to the table. So you need to like ask those difficult questions for yourself. And look, it's okay if you're not there yet. Just slowly today start working on it. Like think about it. Maybe there are traits of your character that you need to fix. Like even in the Wu-Tang Clan, I mean, these boys supposed to show up. Like think about it. They had a concert and they were nowhere to be found, some of them. Or they would show up late. Or they were like just not there. What kind of character? You can't build success on something like this, right? So it can be as simple as literally not showing up on time, being late, or promising something and you're not delivering, promising something to someone and not doing it, not following up, not being accountable, not having that strong foundation. Maybe you're inconsistent. So start working on those things. Be the best who you can be for yourself so you can be the best, the one to others. 11, relationships. The relationships influence your talent. My God, I can't even stress enough how great relationships help me with my talent. The bad ones didn't. The bad ones actually went the opposite direction. There were people, and they are people around you that will not support you. Listen, those might be as close as your family members, but the truth is, they don't understand. Nobody was there for them. Nobody else showed them how to do it. But there is such an easy fix to all of it. Just listen and be open-minded. And even in the group, in the Wu-Tang Clan that we were watching, there was a specific character that this character was the manager of all the members of the group. And I was thinking, if he wasn't there, if he wasn't like an open-minded and really had a calmer like character and being more calm, they would have never made it. Because he played such a huge role in all of them, for all of them. And the same can be for you. Maybe somebody else is like that in your life. Maybe somebody else is in your life that can help you, that can push you towards that talent. This goes towards the belief, right? But you got to look around and see, who are these people that you surround yourself with? Are they bringing you down or pushing you up? Are they elevating you? Sometimes, guys, this is another thing. I've heard this actually just recently. My friends were saying to me, Eva, you crazy. You do these crazy things. You sometimes you intimidate me. And I know this, but I'm still showing up authentically because this is who I am. And those who dare, they will go. Those who not, it's okay. So I think that's what feeling okay, being okay with who you are shows up. That's what it is. And you're going to find your group. You're going to find your peers. So sometimes maybe you are intimidating. Maybe somebody else intimidates you because that's how they are, because they do these uncomfortable things. Again, it's okay. Go towards them. Ask them questions. How they do it. Maybe they will show you. 12. Responsibility strengthens your talent. You need to be freaking responsible. And that was exactly the example I was giving you. This group not showing up on time. When we had, back in the day, the gyms, it was snowing, it was raining. We didn't cancel the session. We still were having sessions on time. And we would do everything. Why are we canceling the session? Because it's raining? Because it's snowing? No. That's what it was. We felt responsible. There will be people that will show up at the gym and they wanted to train. So no matter what, we were there. We are responsible for them. We showing up. I gave this example. During COVID, we literally leased the equipment to people. Because we felt responsible. We wanted to help. We wanted to deliver. And as I always say to you, you need to show up with service. That's what it is. It's like a connection. So be responsible for yourself, but the more you're going to show up with responsibility, and I think we have that sense of us inside of us, like, okay, I am responsible for this group. I am responsible for the person. You know what's right, what's wrong. That's the thing. Like nobody needs to tell you if you are responsible or you're not. You know. And guys, 13 is teamwork. Teamwork multiplies your talent. That's why we had not only us as coaches on the floor, we multiply ourselves. We literally made copies of the trainers that were duplicates of us. That's what it was. We had to, in order for us to start working on the floor as coaches, to start working on a business and work on other things that were important to grow the business. We multiply them. And also, when you grow the team, the foundation becomes bigger, right? Because you multiply yourself. You start raising the tiers, you start growing the walls, you start growing and building the levels of what your foundation was. So there is no more a single story house. You start building that big building, that big picture that you had in your head. That's what it is. So teamwork, maybe you're not there yet. Maybe you never will be there. Maybe what you do is great for you and you will never build the team, but it's okay. But think about these points that I gave you today, guys. And remember that the superhero is within you. You just need to discover it. May your discipline, energy, and confidence be unstoppable. May your passion and curiosity be endless. May your enthusiasm be infectious. Your inner glow shine through the projects and your creations. And may your final outcome be of service to others. Each of us makes the difference in the universe. I make mine, and the universe is awaiting you guys. Thank you so much. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you, and no excuses.